Este testimonio que le presentaremos a continuación es uno de esos relatos que obligan a detenerse, respirar y aceptar que la realidad quizá es mucho más amplia que la versión autorizada. Hoy ponemos sobre la mesa una pieza esencial para quienes buscan la verdad detrás de los encuentros aéreos inexplicables. La entrevista con Charles Roy Moore, expiloto de la Fuerza Aérea de Estados Unidos, cuya experiencia personal con un objeto no identificado en pleno vuelo se suma a la ya extensa lista de casos que desafían cualquier explicación convencional. Por favor, acompáñenos a ver este testimonio, subtitulado para usted, donde Moore, con la serenidad de quien ha pasado su vida en los cielos, narra el encuentro que cambió para siempre su visión del mundo. Un relato directo, sin adornos, sin sensacionalismo, contado por un hombre formado en la disciplina más rigurosa, la aviación militar estadounidense. No se vaya. Esto es Alien Truth.
My name is Roy Moore. I'm a retired United States Air Force pilot. I enlisted in the Air Force in 1949. Graduated from aviation cadets in 1954. Stationed in Bergstrom Air Force Base in Austin, Texas, and from there to Kadena Air Base in Okinawa. At Kadena Air Base in Okinawa, I transitioned into the F-100 Super Sabre jet fighter. In August of 1957, my unit moved to Clark Air Base in the Philippines. I was a young officer flying F-100s, and the squadron commander made me the squadron maintenance officer on a temporary basis. As a squadron maintenance officer, I flew the test flights for the maintenance test flights after major maintenance on all the airframes. When I flew test flights in the Super Sabre, I normally flew slick wing. That is, I had no pylons, no external tanks, no drag on the aircraft, and it was a true fighter airplane with a slick wing. It would go easily supersonic up to about 1.5 Mach, which is, depending on the altitude, up to 1,100 miles an hour. On a test top in the afternoon, around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I was on a westerly heading over the northern Philippines when I saw another airframe or aircraft at my 1 o'clock, slightly higher than me. Being finished with the test top, I decided to hassle with the other aircraft, which is a common practice in fighter airplanes. So I dropped my nose, lit the afterburner, went supersonic, and turned toward the other aircraft. Normally that aircraft would climb to gain altitude, to gain an advantage, but he did not. He turned away from me. And I thought, no problem, I can easily catch him, because by then I was at about 1.3 Mach, or somewhere around 1,000 miles an hour. The aircraft that I attacked started to climb. By then he would have been on a northerly heading, and he climbed at about a 20-degree angle. He accelerated in a very short period of time to about Mach 5, and it watered my eyes. I could not believe that anything could move that fast. I squawked emergency on my IFF identifier. That's an attachment to the airplane, a transmitter that identifies whether you're a friendly aircraft or not. They immediately picked me up from the ground, saw me on radar, acknowledged my emergency squawk, and I told them that I had some kind of an aircraft at my 12 o'clock at a very high rate of speed. They said, we have you in sight on the screen, but we don't have anything at your 12 o'clock at any altitude. Whatever it was, climbed at an unbelievable rate of speed until it was totally out of sight. I never saw an airframe, only a light, and I've been over that in my mind many, many times. It was not a reflection of a star. I followed the light through my front windscreen, which is also the gun sight, through the right quarter panel as I turned toward him, through the canopy, which is the third window out of the aircraft, until I picked him up again in my gun sight front panel as he started to climb. So it was not a reflection of some star or other light source. It was definitely an airframe of some sort, under human control or under intelligent control. Whether human or otherworldly being, I have no idea. At the time, we had no aircraft in the inventory, and now 50 years later, we still have no aircraft that will perform the way that airframe performed. We don't have anything that will fly now at Mach 5 in atmosphere from 30 to 50,000 feet. It would burn up. We have things that will travel faster than Mach 5, but only at very high altitudes or in outer space. I don't have an explanation for what I saw, except that I feel very confident that it was an aircraft or an airframe, a flying object from some other civilization outside the Earth. And that's my story, and that's the way I recall it, and I have not embellished or exaggerated or changed the facts in 50 years. That's the end of my story.
Should we clap?
Tal y como hemos visto en la grabación, Moore revive con precisión quirúrgica el episodio ocurrido en agosto de 1957, cuando volaba un F-100 Super Sabre en Filipinas, una de las aeronaves más avanzadas que Estados Unidos tenía en aquel momento para misiones de alta velocidad y combate supersónico. Moore percibió un resplandor que no correspondía a ningún avión militar conocido, ni a nubes, ni a fenómenos atmosféricos. Una luz sin fuselaje, sin superficies de control, sin señales de propulsión. Un objeto que permanecía por encima de su altitud de vuelo, algo que ya representaba un desafío técnico para cualquier aeronave terrestre de aquella época. Moore describe cómo la luz se mantenía en movimiento controlado, sin vibrar, sin perder estabilidad, sin exhibir la estela de combustión típica de un jet. Es impresionante que un ex piloto militar con tantos años de experiencia y horas de vuelo, aún en su vejez, siguiera sin poder explicar aquello que vio y que no encajaba con ninguno de sus protocolos de observación. Me gustaría señalar un punto importante en este testimonio, si usted me lo permite. Se da cuenta que Moore no intentaba convencer, solo relata, como hacen los pilotos que hablan entre ellos en las pistas. Lo vio, lo analizó, lo recordó, y el encuentro quedó registrado en su mente como una evidencia silenciosa de que algo más compartía el cielo aquel día. ¿Usted qué piensa? Para Alien Truth, Edward Betancourt.